Day 65 consistency. Memories take us back, dreams move us forward. Memories are there to remind us where we've been and who we are and the things that we've been through. However, dreams, on the other hand, are there to show us what we can become and guide us to get there. It's important to find a balance of both because they're equally important in life and guiding us and helping us achieve the things we want to achieve, but know who we are. Like I said, your memories are your roots. They're who you are today. They're the lessons that you've learned. They're the mistakes that you overcame. They're the obstacles that you blew past. And then dreams are your wings. They're there to set you forward, to allow you to reach for new heights and to strive for something better. But you need the balance to learn, because who you are today is a very important thing. No matter if you're where you want to be or where you're not want to be, you have two ways to motivate you: away from pain, away from that broken childhood you had, that traumatic childhood you had, being broke, being poor, being in a situations that you just hated, being around people that you didn't really like. You have the pain of that past in order to inspire you to run away from it, to have a better future. Or the future you want to strive to, the pleasures. You want that Lamborghini, that Ferrari, that home. You want a job that can provide for a family of four. Whatever you're striving towards is that dream. And the dream is important because it's not to set unrealistic expectations, but it's there to keep you out of your comfort zone, to stretch you just a little bit more in order to show that you're not relaxing totally. You're not giving up. You're not being lackadaisical. You're actually pursuing something greater, something better, something more important, whether it's for you or for those around you. However, like I said, the past is there to still cherish those memories and understand that who you are today is everything that you've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly, but that you can still transcend, make a better life, whether you want to keep some of the stuff that's already happened or strive for those new heights that are those dreams. But, think of all the good times. There's always good, even within the bad, even in the uncertain times. Today, in the present moment, you're uncertain, you're scared, or you might even be a little excited depending on what the uncertainty is. But tomorrow or a year from now, you'll understand what was uncertain was a certainty, a guarantee of everything's going to be all right, no matter if it was good or bad at the time. You survived, you made it through. So that means everything was all right. It could have been something drastic, but you still lived to see another day. So you made it through. So who you are today is so important. But if you want to change that for the better, or even if you want to keep things the same, but you want to make sure that you're staying at at the same pace, who you are today, you want to be at this equal level, at least in a year from now, you understand that better. And think of your past, think of your memories as a mirror. You're just looking at it and it's giving you direct feedback. It's giving you, proof, evidence of what you've been. That's the mirror. And you can choose to look in that mirror and love what you see, or hate what you see, or be indifferent to what you see. But it's the truth. Whereas your future, your dreams are a window. They're opportunity. They're not reflecting anything. It's showing what you can be, what you can do. You have to take the risk, though, to jump out that window, to go and get it. It's not going to be handed to you. But that's the powerful thing. And when you balance these out, that's your life. Because what was a window, what was a dream, will become a memory once you achieve it, once you go out and get it, once you go make it happen. And in the future, your 70, 80, 90, 100-year-old self can look back on all the fond memories, all the good times. Even me now, I'm 30, and I think about some of the best times of my life were not only my childhood, but even early adulthood. But what were they? They were, making jokes, laughing with my cousins, my siblings. They were cookouts with my family. They weren't, $100 steak dinners. It was, here's a hot dog, here's a hamburger, put it on a paper plate, put some mustard on it and enjoy it. But it was the environment, it was the memories being created in that time, the laughs, But your life eventually, on your last days or in your deathbed, or when you, if you believe, in heaven or in, a different world outside of earth or afterlife, I guess, most of your life is going to end up being memories. So it's still important. You don't want all your memories to just be missing your kids' baseball games, grind culture, hustling, being broke. Those are necessary stories, necessary days, years, seasons of your life, but you don't want that to be the full story. You don't want that to be all the memories. You want pleasant memories. You want good memories. And that's going to come from chasing those dreams, because you won't live with regret. So that's why the dream's still being there. That doesn't mean, so many people get past 30, 40, 50 years old and they start dreaming. They start wishing. And a wish is more of like an unattainable goal. It's like you just hope something is bestowed upon you. Whereas a dream, for the most part, that it's going to take action. Most people, what are they dreaming? I want to start a business. I want to go get that new car. Oh, I want to have a family. They know that stuff's gonna be worth it. Like, you want a family, you need to start dating, find somebody you want to marry, somebody that you would love to have kids with, a new car, that you're gonna have to either work overtime, go get a second job, make more money, get promoted, pay off some debt, building a business. That's literally an action. That's getting an LLC or figuring out how to start a business, learning about it. And then when people I wish I won the lottery, I wish I would be a millionaire, but they have no plan in action. It's just a wish. They know that they're never even going to play the lottery. They know that $1 million is not going to just land in their lap. Heck, it's hard enough to get $1 million actually working for it. So how is it going to just fall out of the sky? But all this to say is that just remember, your memories are there to take you back, but they're there to show you who you are today and be a reflection, a mirror. And your dreams are there to set you forward, to set new heights, new aspirations, and to strive for something better and to see a vision for something better. So I hope I encourage you to keep this in mind and keep improving on your journey, keep trying to be better, and cherish your memories and prepare for your future. And I wish you peace and blessings on the journey.